Hey guys, welcome to the Fury Time channel. Francis Ngannou dropping Tyson Fury was not a surprise. Anthony Joshua speaks up. Over the years, we have had many crossover fighters who have moved from some other sport to boxing. Until last year, the greatest crossover bout was the one between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. However, there is now another match that sits at the peak. Francis Ngannou now prepares for his second fight against Anthony Joshua on March 8th. The only thing Joshua can go off is Ngannou's fight against Fury. When Joshua and Ngannou had their face-off on TAZN, Joshua put his thoughts out about Ngannou's fight against Fury and the knockdown that everyone seems to be raving about. Ngannou's MMA style is more similar to boxing, claims AJ. When the host asked AJ if he was surprised at how the Fury vs Ngannou fight went, Joshua said, "No, not at all. I researched on Ngannou and I watched Tyson Fury box a number of times. People claim he is the greatest of many generation. But I think if I boxing Tyson Fury, a lot of similarities will happen in the fight. So I am not surprised at all. He believed the results were more or less in line with his expectations of the fight." Joshua then proceeded to say, in terms of his style, who Fury is, it's just a boxing match, well done to both of them. They put on an entertaining fight, but that's in the past. That's how boxing is and we move forward now. When the interviewer probed AJ further on Ngannou's first match, AJ revealed that the reason he was not surprised was that even though Ngannou comes from an MMA world, his fighting style is more similar to that of a boxer, and that his fighting is more of a stand-up game, focusing more on punches thrown while on his feet. He added that the only real difference in Ngannou fighting in both places is one's a cage and other's a ring. With the fight owning closer and closer, Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua's promoter, brought up another possible fight opportunity for him. Let us find out what. Eddie Hearn says Anthony Joshua will be ready for another fight in May. Johnny Nelson backs Anthony Joshua to beat Francis Ngannou, but warns of high risk in crossover fight. Johnny Nelson expects Anthony Joshua to comfortably beat Francis Ngannou in their crossover showdown, but warned of the danger the former world champion faces in taking on the MMA star. Joshua continues his attempt to work his way back into world title contention when he takes on former UFC heavyweight champion Ngannou in Saudi Arabia on Friday, March 8th. Cameroon-born Ngannou emerged with huge credit from his first foray into boxing when he knocked down WBC king Tyson Fury in a split decision loss in Riyadh last October, and while former cruiserweight world champion Nelson believed Joshua will emerge victorious, he underlined the high-risk stakes of this bout. "I think he comes through it with flying colors," Nelson said. "I think Joshua wants to be world champion again. I think Joshua knows what responsibility he will have. He will know I just have to get through this fight and get the win because of the big pot of gold at the end of it. Common sense risk-reward. For me, this risk way outweighs the reward. If Joshua somehow loses to Ngannou, that it is. Credibility is gone, career is in tatters, and it is a lot of rebuilding. The risk is far too high. Why would you, if you lose to him all the Olympics, all the success, being two-time heavyweight champion, it is all gone. It has gone up in smoke because that is what you remember. You lost to a guy who had one previous fight before you. To me, common sense, I would not do it. Business-wise, I would not do it, but Ngannou has got himself into a position where you cannot ignore him," Nelson said. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.